It's the middle of April and I'm out looking at some winter wheats today, and the next job for these crops will be a T1 fungicide timing, growth stage 31, leaf 3 emerged. And since I did my last video, we've had very little rain. We did actually get some on Tuesday of this week, about 7mm at home I've measured, and I know that some areas got a little bit more, some areas didn't get any, and we were getting quite desperate in some cases for that rain. So where it has fallen, it will have done a bit of good. And the main disease that we're finding out in winter wheats at the moment, and in some cases it's quite surprising, is yellow rust. As in some of the varieties, they have a pretty good yellow rust resistance rating, and in some cases even seedling plant resistance to yellow rust, yet we're still finding it. I know samples are being sent in to see if the yellow rust is actually a new race, and we'll wait to find out if that's the case. In most winter wheats, they've had a T0 application, and in those cases where yellow rust was present, we've used some tebuconazole, and that seems to have dried up what we were finding at the moment. So hopefully we're still in control. And as I say, we're approaching towards the end of the month, very early few days of May. In the later sown crops, probably the T1 application. So at those stages, we'll be thinking about sectorial control, obviously at that point, some more growth regulation if needed. So far with growth regulators, we've been taking a fairly low approach, unless they're a particularly advanced crop, just due to the fact that in a lot of cases with the dry weather, the crops are quite stressed. So we'll just have to be careful at T1 as to how much we do if it stays dry, but if it starts to rain, clearly those crops are going to start taking up that nitrogen that's been applied to date. So the T1 focusing on sectorial control and protection, yellow rust if we need to on those susceptible varieties, and if we start to see it bubbling up again, some growth regulation. And I've so far been holding off doing anything about broadleaf weed control, primarily because the broadleaf weeds were still sort of starting to emerge, and in the last week we started to see quite a lot of polygonums emerging, so fat hen or ash, even seen some bindweed. So the T1 timing is a good opportunity to tidy those up, along with things like brassica weeds and possibly even cleavers. And we'll be including in those fields where we've got those weeds some herbicide along with the fungicide and growth regulator. If we need to do also, we'll be thinking about some foliar nutrition at that time, and tissue testing ahead of the T1 is something I will be doing over the next week, just to see if there are any deficiencies that we haven't covered already when we applied foliar nutrition at the T0 timing. So that's it for this short video, and I'll be doing another one in the coming weeks.